Hello, welcome to my February message. Talk to you about a few things this month. The first thing I'd like to say is a big thank you to everyone who filled in the staff survey. We had a very high return this year. We're shortly going to get the results of that when they've collated them nationally, so we can see the things that you've been saying. And on that theme, we've talked before about how we want to make South West London St George's a really great place to work. And over the next few months, we're going to be doing a lot of work, trying to understand more, really what makes this place a good place to work, and when you don't have a good experience at work, what is it that's happening? So there's a lot of workshops and a number of events that we'll be having over the next few months. Details are on Insight. Can you please book onto it? You need to book on now. And there's also a short survey. I know it's another survey, but it's really important for us to get this understanding about what you think. Again, that's on Insight. So if you can take just 10 minutes, if you can go on there and please complete it, that would be fantastic. One of the big issues in the UK at the moment is the Brexit issues and the fact that we'll be leaving the European Union on the 29th of March. Now, as along with every other hospital trust, every other part of the NHS, we are preparing in case there is a no-deal Brexit, and we're making contingency plans to be able to cope with some of the difficulties that may arise from that. I've every confidence that we will be able to cope with that. Sue McKenna, who's our Chief Operating Officer, is leading a programme about making sure our contingency plans are up to date. There's a few areas that we're particularly looking at, making sure that the supply of medication is continued, that there aren't any disruptions to that. Things like our medical devices are all up to date, and we have parts in case we need them, and things like supply chain for food, particularly for the wards and for staff at work. So there is information again on Insight if you want to look at that, and as I say, Sue McKenna is leading this. For those of you who work on the Springfield site or have had to come and visit, you will have noticed in the last week the amount of work that's taking place. This is part of the pre-works and the preparation we're doing for the new buildings and the development of the site. And unfortunately, it has meant quite a bit of disruption to what you would normally expect, with roads being closed off, some of the old buildings being closed off where the contractors are doing some work of removing asbestos and things. It has had an impact on movement around the site. We are trying to keep this disruption to a minimum and manage it properly. It has made a big changes to car parking, and obviously this is an issue which affects a lot of people. There is only actually a reduction of 17 places at the moment. It may feel different, but there is only 17 places that have been reduced. There is space in the golf course, and there is space in car park B and beyond. If you do have any problems, and there are problems, teething problems around this, we will look at how we can help and solve some of this. There is an email address for estates and facilities on the intranet. Don't hesitate to contact. There are people walking around the site looking to try and help if people have got problems. Do you work with a colleague that regularly goes above and beyond what you would expect for patients? Do you want your colleague to be recognised for the work that they do in the organisation and the outstanding care and dedication? Don't forget to nominate them for Employee of the Month. Every month, nominees are shortlisted and the winners are picked out by the Making Life Better Together team. So please don't forget to nominate people. Details again are on Insight. A couple of items to finish with. Really pleased to say that last week we appointed Amy Scammell to the post of Director of Strategy. Many of you will already know Amy. She's been working and acting into this role for the last 10 months. And then finally, please don't forget to make sure that your supervision and your mandatory training are up to date. There's really simple ways to do that on the Insight and the apps that are there, so please check online and make sure that it's up to date. Thank you. And as ever, if you've got any questions, anything you want to raise with me, please don't hesitate to contact me on my email address. Thank you.